Hey guys, we just reinvested channel revenues into a new Panasonic camcorder. Unfortunately, the stabilization on the camcorder did not live up to our expectations, so we sent it back. We have a new Sony camcorder coming soon which has a built-in gimbal on the lens which should help stabilize the footage as good as Tony's iPhone did.
Alright, let's get ready. What is up, YouTube? Today we are doing the final review of the e-flite 80mm F-16. Of course, flying this on behalf of Hangar 18 Hobbies here in beautiful North Carolina. Cary, that is, to be specific, right outside of Raleigh. So, it's been a bit since we've flown this, about a week and a half now. And I'm excited to get it back up in the air. I'm only going to be flying this with SMC packs. I'm pretty much phasing out all my Zs from here on out. So we're going to go ahead and put a 4500 SMC in there. We're going to use lighter weight packs with this as much as possible, because I want to see whether or not we can get this thing to do what the F-18 did, which was the Cobra spin. We actually did it with the F-15. First try was unsuccessful because I didn't enter the Cobra just right. Second try worked. So if the F-15 can do it, I'm almost positive that I can get it to do it with this one too, but we are about to find out. So center of gravity on this model is critical, and as Tony's zooming in here, you guys will see exactly where I'm putting this battery. We need to have this further forward. I used to actually have it as far back as I could get it, but this is a newer model of the plane, so they've apparently adjusted the internals of it significantly. So for this being a lighter weight battery pack, it actually probably needs to be sitting right up here. It's been a while, so I remember where the balance point is, 135 millimeters back or so from the leading edge of the wing. We don't have a measurement, but I know where that's going to be. I had this plane long enough before to know where it needs to sit when I turn it over. It needs to be around where this first circle is in the wing. So we're going to go ahead and get the afterburner from 5280RC connected, which is the TrueFire burner unit. And then we're going to go flip this plane upside down, blow the ant off of it that's walking the plane, and get the balance point dialed in. We're down balancing slightly nose down right here. Is that where the circle is on the wing? Okay, perfect. We could probably go back even more. Actually, let me double check that one more time because this is going to be critical to performance. Okay, we're slightly nose down. Yep, that's exactly where we want to be. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get her aligned for the runway. We're going to take off in this direction. I feel sorry for those ants. They're about to get a ride of their life. Okay. All right, so I also dialed in the elevator differential stabilators too. So as I'm giving it, like you can see my hand, I'm giving it like half stick input and the stabs are barely moving. But when I go all the way to the extent of the stick, I get full movement from the surfaces, so that I should actually get more aileron-based rolls rather than taileron rolls, which will make it more configurable and easier to fly in the air. So this should actually help make my flying look a little bit less crazy. Is that burner on? It is on. Let's do it. Right above that dirt. I don't want to hear anybody tell me this plane is underpowered. I mean, look at the way it launched itself into the sky. All right, let's try the roll. Oh yeah, it feels much more scale until I pull the stick all the way back to the sides. Yeah. All right, so let's like throw the stick all the way to the sides now. You can hear the air get displaced by it too. Pull the stabs up a little bit, turn the voice on.
23.8 volts.
All right, now we're gonna do some stuff with it. So the final review, again, I love the way this thing flies. It's just absolutely phenomenal. I think I gave it a 9 out of 10 last time. It would have been a solid 10 out of 10 if I hadn't had to replace the servos in the stabs to get it to perform as well as it's performing now.
1 minute.
So it's just out of this world good.
Stabilator.
So we're gonna go ahead and take her up. I don't know how she's gonna respond to this Cobra spin, so we're gonna take her out in the field with those clouds as a backdrop. She kind of does the spin, but not really. So it could just be airspeed the way I entered it. We'll have to test it out by doing it again. I'm telling you, this plane's gonna be a solid 10 out of 10 if I can make it do a Cobra spin. 10 out of 10. Mark my words. All right, going into it now. Cobra. No, it's not gonna do it. That's okay. It doesn't have to do that to be good.
It's not 10 out of 10, huh?
Not 10 out of 10 good, but still good. And I love these SMC packs where I can really just get the most out of this plane. And I love the way it feels with the stick response now. Instead of having the tailer-ons always active, the rolls are much more crisp looking because they're not being overdriven all the time.
23.2 volts.
Look how much power that's got. A little bit of a weird exit, but it's actually more planted after it exits a tail slide than some of my other jets are. It didn't try to flip forward on me. Let's go ahead and turn it around. We're gonna do a Cobra above the trees at this altitude, so we have plenty of recovery time.
22.2 volts.
And we're gonna see if I can get a perfect Cobra out of it. All right, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Almost didn't lose any altitude on that at all. I tried to do it right in front of the cloud so we could get a really good impression of what it was actually doing. All right, let's get another one going again. Okay, level out.
21.2 volts.
I'm gonna hit the brakes and they'll fly right by.
3 minutes.
That's pretty much what that was. How much power we got?
22.4 volts.
It's funny, I can hear it, but then I don't hear it in person, but when I go back and edit the footage later, I'll be like, why did I press that again? But I just need to know while I'm flying. We're gonna do a high-speed pass, bud. You might wanna zoom out for this.
Flight pack 20.9 volts.
Another one, and then we'll get ready to land.
Flight pack 21.3 volts.
What the max speed was.
99.4 miles per hour.
Yeah, not too bad. We're gonna land coming this way. Actually, we're gonna brake first. Let's get the gear out, and then as we pass, check the voltage.
22.4 volts.
Plenty of power left, but we need to go ahead and get it down. I'm gonna drop the gear now.
Gear down.
Yeah. Big thanks to Tony and to F100 for introducing me to this technique. I've seen the Blue Angels do it, but man, it looks so much cooler when you do that brake before you drop the gear. Let's do the aggressive maneuver into the pattern.
Full
Drop the flaps as we come out of it, level the wings.
22.5 volts. Thrust reversed.
I fixed the reverse thrust. Now I just need to mix it so that the afterburner does not come on while the reverse thrust is going. But I mean, F-16s don't even have reverse thrust anyway, so who's really judging here? I'm hands off the sticks. It's almost tracking true. If I had an extra channel, I would dedicate it to the nose steering to make it even more perfect. I mean, look at this thing. It is just beautiful, phenomenal flyer. Like, it feels so planted in the sky. The quality of this plane is outstanding. I don't think I've ever seen a better e-flite jet aside from the Viper 90. And in terms of aesthetics, the Viper 90 has nothing on the way this thing looks. This looks just like a miniature F-16 Viper, Fighting Falcon, whatever you want to call it. It is beautiful, like indisputably beautiful. If you have a problem with the way this thing looks, I feel sorry for you, because by any objective standard I can think of for judging art, which is itself kind of a subjective way to look at the world, this looks just like the real thing in just model scale. And the motor in it makes it look in the sky like it's an actual Falcon. It has so much thrust to weight and it just flies so good. We'll be back here in a little bit with it, guys. Thanks again for watching. All right, guys, we're back with the F-16 80mm, flying this one with a 5000 SMC pack, 55C. Nice thing about them is they're in Virginia and I'm in North Carolina. I get their packages overnight.
Flaps 50.
That's been pretty sweet. I can't wait to get more of these batteries. All right, takeoff check's good.
20.
Throttle up and go. With that awesome 5280 TrueFire. A little late on the rotate.
Up. Gear up. 30 seconds.
It's still as agile as it was with the 4500 pack. Getting in close to Tony. We're gonna brake right in front of him. Golly, that sounds cool, man. Hard to believe I own this, man. It's my own personal Viper. My grandfather made the laser targeting pod for this when he worked for Litton Laser Systems in Apopka, Florida. I think they're part of General Electric or something now. Quick Cobra, something the F-16 probably could never do. Or if it did do it, it might shear the wings off, who knows. Let's do the inverted performance, I haven't done that in a bit. Actually, better yet, let's see if we can get some inverted high alpha going here. Although I heard regular high alpha is supposed to be pretty good, so let's try that first. See what we need to do.
23 volts.
It's not too bad. Let's try turning it around.
2 minutes. 22.9 volts.
Yeah, it doesn't have much of a problem with high alpha. You just have to be in the right throttle setting. Let's turn it around.
.3 volts.
Now let's go up higher and do the inverted. Nice and high. See how she's going to react. Yeah, starting to get mushy. We'll have to try to turn around. I want to perfect it with this jet. I know it can be done. I did it once on the maiden day. So we can continue doing a final review here, see what else this jet's really capable of. Yeah, it's going to take some finagling that I can't figure out today. So that's okay. Let's just use the remaining battery power while we still have it to do some cool stuff. God, I love this jet. If I ever wreck it, I'm getting another one instantly, or as soon as I can get it.
21.4 volts.
I'm getting voltage warnings, but that's only under load. I mean, look at how agile this thing is. It's a little weird on the upper part of the slide, like I was pulling the elevator too hard and it stalled one of the wings. It's got a nice howl to it too as it goes by. The F-22 sounds better.
Four minutes.
A little sloppy on the rolls.
Flight pack 21.3 volts.
All right, let's get ready to do our brake pass.
22.2 volts. Gear down.
Again, solid 9 out of 10 performer. This jet is just beautiful.
volts.
It flies so well. I'm so happy with it. Let's get her into the aggressive brake to lose some airspeed.
Full
Flaps
flap,
coming
5
in
minutes.
as we get on the pattern. Got a nice reference point to use. I've got bugs in my eyes, so I'm doing my best right now to land her safe.
Thrust reversed. Flaps up.
You could hear it echoing in the trees. That thing is loud in reverse. But I mean, what isn't though?
22.4 volts.
Motors are designed to spin in one direction, not two. Yeah, if you guys get this jet, it's a $40 upgrade to get the servos to move as far as I have them on the Stabilators. You can hear them. They sound way better. They are more precise than the stock servos, and they can pull to an insane amount. That's not even their full deflection. They go more than that. This is just in my landing config. So again, solid 9 out of 10. It would be a 10 out of 10 if I could get this thing to do the Cobra spin, but you can't win them all, man. For aesthetics, for scale flight, for everything, it's just beautiful. We'll come back, we're gonna fly it on one more pack, which is gonna be the SMC 4000 60C pack, and then we will call it quits for the day on this jet. Thanks again for watching, guys. See you again here momentarily. All right, guys, so we're coming back for our final segment of our final thoughts on this jet. We'll obviously fly it more and do more stuff with it, maybe even push the limits even more with it in the future. But for now, I'm gonna tell you guys, if you can get this jet, do it, for sure. It's just that good.
Max 50.
Got the 5280 RC afterburner in there on a 4000 SMC 60C pack. Let's go, full throttle. It is not lacking for power, and anybody who tells you that it is, I think may not have an appreciable idea of how powerful this plane really is.
20 seconds.
Let's see if we can high alpha. High alpha is no problem. It's not like crazy high alpha, but it still does it. Oh, you can hear it echoing too. That's really cool. Speaking of planes that echo, we need to get the V1200 back out again. I got the new wheels for it so it can actually fly.
24.2 volts.
Plenty of power left too. 24.2 volts. I mean, it's so precise, so locked in. And part of that is because I'm using the AS3X gyro from the 8-channel receiver on the Stabilators too, so they're correcting for roll in addition to pitch.
3.3 volts.
So I mean, this thing it's very stable in the air. I wish I could see what it looked like from the cockpit. Almost got it to Cobra spin. Going straight up.
How
much power do we have left? I'm pretty sure we still have a decent amount.
23.3 volts.
Golly, that's insane. These SMC packs are something else. I don't think we did a knife edge test with it last time, so let's do that. Get some speed, make a nice trajectory up.
2 minutes.
It does kind of knife edge, but it does a ballistic knife edge with the rudder.
Flight pack 21.3 volts. 22.2 volts.
Whee, that is so cool, man. I love this thing. We're both getting eaten alive by bugs right now, so we're doing our best to keep this thing looking as good as we can, but
22.3 volts.
This is prime bug season here in North Carolina, unfortunately. And this thing is just, again, locked in. Feels incredible to fly. I can only imagine how great it would be to be in the plane.
3 minutes.
FPV. Go ahead and get our brake run in here.
21.6 volts.
Yep, there we go. Let's go ahead and get ready. Actually, before we do that, we got enough power. I want to test out the high G flaps real quick for dumping in aggressive maneuvers.
High G flaps.
Oh, that slides around really nice.
Flight pack 21.2
Let's do it
volts.
sideways.
Flight pack 21.1 volts. Wing normal.
That's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna not be stupid. We're gonna turn this plane around, get ready to land. I don't want to burn this battery pack up.
22.2 volts.
Okay, still plenty of power. Do our brake pass. The plane pointed right at us, low level.
Gear down. Flight pack 21.3 volts.
Okay, Once we get past that line of pine trees over there, we're gonna brake and immediately get ready to land. Okay, past the trees.
Flap full flaps.
Flaps coming in. There we go.
22.3 volts.
This military style overhead pattern is nice.
Thrust reverse. 21.1 volts. Engine flaps up.
God damn, that's a jet, man. It didn't even stall it coming through with that aggressive high G maneuver I pulled, that military overhead pattern where you pick a fixed point, you turn, and then just land in half the length it normally takes you to land. Ah, I just got attacked by a bug. Get out of here. Let me tell you guys, final thoughts on this thing. If you haven't gotten it yet, because it's expensive, save up for it. If you can get it, get it. Solid 9 to 9.5 out of 10. I love this thing. It is one of my favorite jets to fly right now. Is it a Viper 90? No. Does it do that crazy high alpha that Viper 90 does yet? No. Can I do some tests with it?
Spoiler
And maybe
alpha.
try to get the spoiler-ons to go up and help it do that?
Wing normal.
Maybe. We'll have to do that in a future vid. I didn't feel confident doing it today on a review, especially if it causes it to depart laterally as you're in high alpha and it just does this and falls to the side. I don't want to lose the jet. We need to do all these reviews first, then we can start having the crazy fun with it. I will get parts for this if I have to. I'll buy a brand new ARF if I have to. It is that good. I implore you guys, if you want an awesome jet, this is the one to get. If you love F-16s, to me, this is the definitive F-16. The other ones, like the 70mm, looks like a toy. I've flown it before. It flies like a toy shaped like an F-16. This one has the flight characteristics very similar of an F-16. It has the weight in the sky.
22.3 volts.
It has the ability to slide around in Cobra maneuvers that the full scale probably can't even do. It is so locked in, so precise, so beautiful. I have a glowing review for this thing because it is just that good. If you ever get your hands on this thing and fly it, you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you follow my setup guide from the Maiden, you'll be able to do exactly what I've been doing with it. And especially if you tamp down the control throws on the tailerons so that they only really activate when you go to the full extent of the stick. I leave them out for landing because I want that extra roll that I get, but for regular flying, most of that was done just on the ailerons alone until I went to the full deflection of the stick to the right or the left. And that's what gave me the most authority to do all that crazy stuff that you saw. So again, thanks so much to Hangar 18 Hobbies for working with us so that we can showcase these models. I still have to pay for these out of pocket. I just get a decent discount on it to talk about how good they are, or in case of the ones that are bad, how bad they are. This one is outstanding. One of the best jets I've seen in recent memory. All right, guys, we're gonna head out here. Really appreciate you guys watching. Onward to 4,000 plus subscribers. See you guys next time.